Hello, my name is Nathan McClan, and this is my second video. In this video, I will explain most of my childhood experiences, and I hope to help parents with children with Asperger's, mostly in the early stages. I do not have any degrees in psychology. These videos are mostly just to talk about my experiences, and hopefully it will help parents out with their children. Of course, not all children are the same, but I'm hoping some of the things I will tell you may help you out. Probably the worst time, I wouldn't say the worst time, but probably the worst period with my Asperger's was elementary. It was mostly due to this is the time of learning how to interact and how to talk and things like that. Well, not to talk, but how to basically make friends. Luckily, I grew up with some kids before elementary. I went to school with a few that I was comfortable with. Others I wasn't really comfortable with. During times of recess, I kind of kept to myself. I was very quiet. Mostly, some people said I was too quiet, and sadly, I was singled out at certain moments. During this period this period, you really want to help your kid learn eye contact, hand gestures, how to start conversations. Sadly, most children I won't say we're born with the abilities, but mostly it comes natural to them how to interact. And there is a difference between being shy and actually having social anxiety. Usually I'm trying to think of the best time to do it. I think, like I said, it depends on the child, the age, and everything. And you want to go through, you want to help them out, to give them lessons during different periods, repeat the lessons, like I said, eye contact, how to talk to other people. Don't push them too far or too fast. They may, I wouldn't say reject you, or it just may cause more anxiety for them. They may feel pressured to interact, and when you feel pressure, you have more anxiety. Like I said in my earlier video, if you can find a group that with children who have the same I wouldn't want to say disability, but the same mental status, or let's say your children has trying to find the word for it, not obsession, but they have something they really like to do, or there's a certain subject they really like. If you can find clubs for it, or groups that study this, take your child there. And when you take your child there, don't drop them off. The first couple of times you might want to stay there, help them learn to talk to other kids. Bring kids to them, kind of stay around and talk to both of them, and let your child become more comfortable talking to the other children, and they will slowly build that bonding. I think what else to say. I mean, like I said, it's just every child's different. This is just from my own personal experience, and this is from me looking back at my childhood and things that have helped me. I mean, like I said, I had a few friends, but I mean, that was a very low amount, probably 3 or 4, and that was up until my freshman year, basically. Well, not my freshman, my 8th grade year. And of course, the reason you really want to help teach them social interaction at a young age, because that's of course the age when most children start to learn interaction with each other. After all, there may be starting kindergarten or preschool or Sunday school, anything like that. Also at this stage, I also noticed physical touch, hugging would bother me. I didn't want to be touched certain ways. And so you have to be very careful with that. I also liked the touch of certain fabrics, mostly silk. It soothed me. Also, the feeling of hair soothed me. So it may be good to give them something like that because it may calm them down. I also noticed, even up to like I was 21, I used like to sit on swings and just listen to music because it calmed me down because I had issues interacting or touching, and it just relaxed me. In some cases, you may have children that may spin, they may throw tantrums. I don't know what to do about tantrums, but if they spin, you should let them spin because it may be their way of actually calming themselves down. Like, so don't force a hug on them. It may cause more anxiety, it may cause a little bit more harm than anything else. Um, as for other things in this period of time, like I said, no interaction, physical touch. I'm trying to think of other things they may. I mean, they may start developing OCD. Um, One major issue, I should have talked about this earlier, and it just now came to me, is when talking to a kid, or to a child that has Asperger's, you have to be careful what you say because most of the time, the way our brain works, we kind of take things very personal. Though you say that, it may not it may not mean to be personal toward them or to me or anyone, but we take it very personal and we take it to heart and it hurts us. And it's not that you're being mean, it's just we don't know how to process criticism at moments or when we do something wrong and you say we may take it more personally. So when you do something, when you talk to your child, let's say they talk out of line, now might be screaming, but let's say you're having a conversation with another adult, they come up and they start talking, you need to be very calm. You need, and like I said, don't force eye contact all the time. If they do that, that's good, but forcing eye contact may cause more anxiety. It may give them a more of the feeling of this being very personal. Though I have issues showing certain emotions, it's not the fact that I do feel emotion, but I just have issues showing it. And though your child may look like they're not really expressing emotion or talk or expressing in face or talking in different tones, they still will feel hurt. They just don't know how to show it. They may feel like they're showing it, but most likely they're not. I've experienced this the hard way, where I actually was recorded trying to talk in different tones from different emotions, and I realized it was the same tone of voice. I For facial expressions, I really have to work on it. I really have to concentrate on showing facial expressions, show my feelings, my emotions, my thoughts. The best thing to do and talk to your child is to actually write or draw or do something very creative that actually will help them express how they feel about something. And like I said, if you feel like you may have hurt your child's feelings, the best thing to do is to go up to them and talk to them and calmly say, this wasn't personal. The reason I did this is because of this reason, and I'm just trying to show you or teach you should not do this in this kind of situation. Um, like I said, and also in early childhood, because children can't work by law, give them responsibilities. And know if they have to go, and a decent responsibility would probably, help the neighbor with something, or walk the dog. Give them a responsibility that'll help them learn interaction with other people, and that will also help build interaction. They may eventually learn how it'll become easier for them to make eye contact. Social anxiety will be not as bad. I'm trying to think of other experiences from my own childhood that I can help with. Like I said, mostly just I had issues relating to others. I felt isolated. I didn't talk to many people. The kind of games I played or the things I did seemed very odd and foreign to the other kids. And as I look back, was kind of singled out. So when your child makes a friend, that's a good thing, and no, try your best to help them make friends. Make sure they keep friends. That's very important to them. I mean, like I said, because children are very cruel, especially when a child is quiet or different. They will be singled out and they will be picked on, and I don't think that's right in any single way because I've been in that situation. But like I said, mostly through the childhood, the most important things you should do is teach your child social interaction. Explain to them when they do something that's not, I guess, socially accepted. Talk to them calmly so they don't take it so personal. Teach them how to express feelings through something creative. Give them early give them some responsibilities that may help them learn interaction. Find clubs or anything where they'll have some sort of interest in and they'll meet other kids and they may be able to relate to them. Because that's one thing I've noticed with myself. If I see someone wearing the Pink Floyd shirt, I can kind of go up to them and start talking because that's something I know about and that's something I'm familiar with and comfortable with talking. And that, or if someone's reading a book I've read that I liked, that's helped me out too. And of course, I know this is nothing for a child. I mean, doing Rocky Horror kind of helped me out. But no, probably when they get to 13, no, find a haunted house or something like that. Or volunteer acts where where your kid can interact with others. So, I don't know when I'll be posting another video. I done two in one night. This will probably be a busy week ahead. Like I said, if you have any questions, leave me a comment or message me, and I'll do a video over anything that you're specifically wanting to know. If you have any questions about, let's say you had an incident with your child that has Asperger's, you can ask me, but like I said, I am not a professional. This is just, the reason I'm doing this is because I do have Asperger's, and I'm wanting to educate people and help parents to help understand their children so they don't feel so bad or they're feeling like they're doing things the wrong way. And like I said, there's a woman named Temple Grandin. She has a lot of lectures on YouTube. You should watch. She's very intelligent. You should watch the movie Temple Grandin, and it'll give you a really good perspective of a child with autism. Though Asperger's is not as severe as autism, there's still a lot of similarities. The way of thinking process, issues with senses, things like that. And that will help you out. And thank you for watching. Please rate, comment,